Today we'll be studying the Pythagorean Theorem. The Pythagorean Theorem is pretty popular. You've probably heard of it before, and it deals with right triangles. Remember, a right triangle is a triangle that has a 90-degree angle or a right angle, hence why we call it a right triangle. Now, what you should know is that the two sides that are next to the right angle are what we call the legs. The side that is opposite of the right angle is what we're going to call the hypotenuse. That never changes. In the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, this c is always going to be the hypotenuse. The legs don't really matter which one you label a and b. The math works out the same way either way. So just label one leg a and the other leg b. So now that our triangle is labeled, let's try an actual example. So let's say I'm given the following triangle. The directions are find the missing side. My first step for you would be to identify which side is the hypotenuse. So find the right angle, go diagonally across. That's your hypotenuse, which if our formula is still a squared plus b squared equals c squared, that's my c. Again, the legs don't matter which one you make a or b. Just label one or the other. The math works out the same way. So plug these three things in for a, b, and c up here. So a is 3, b is 5, and c is x. Start simplifying. 3 squared is 9, and 5 squared is 25. I misspoke there. And go ahead and add 25 plus 9 is 34. Now we know from here, in order to get the square away, I need to square root each side. And I'm going to need to find what the square root of 34 is. It would be helpful for you if you just simply know some of the square numbers off the top of your head. But if not, grab a calculator. And you can totally use your phone for this. If you have a Samsung, that's what I have, you'll just have to rotate it sideways to get to the square root sign. And all you do is click the square root symbol here, and then 34. Now here's the catch for today. If it's not a nice, happy square number, leave it as the radical sign. Delta Math does not want a decimal answer today. They want an exact answer, which means it has to be in radical form, which means this right here is your answer. That's it. So on the flip side of that, let's say that the problem they give you looks more like this. And again, the directions are find the missing side. So find the hypotenuse, and labels the others as A and B. What's different this time is that we know C. It's one of the legs that we don't know. So again, plug that information in. Do the squareds. 4 squared is 16. 11 squared is 121. We're solving for x, so I want to subtract 16 from both sides. And we get that x squared equals 105. I need to square root at this time. And again, if you know your squareds off the top of your head, that'll be an advantage to you. If not, plug in what is the square root of 105. And put my phone back up here again. Square root of 105. And it looks like an ugly decimal again. So this time, my answer is going to be the square root of 105. Okay, that's all for today. I do have another video that I'd like you to watch, and it's going to be uploaded here as well. And it shows kind of how the Pythagorean theorem works. It kind of proves it for you. And it has totally groovy music. So enjoy. See you tomorrow.